right? We're having a little bounce up here. So we did, in fact, stabilize above, right? We didn't come back down. And I said potentially left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but man, they have to bring it back up or else just forget about it. Because what did it do last time? It did a great job. The most recent swing long, it did a great job of stabilizing on that June 1st, right? Stalking value rotation. Well, everything moved up, breadth really got going, and it lasted for several weeks, right? So this literally was June, little pullback, but not much consolidation, and then it moved higher right into August 1st, right? And August 1st is when everything started to peter out. So this is very much a liquidity tell, but it's also basic, it's swimming with the current of everything else. And then you know what happened in August. We petered out and we started to roll over. And we also hit monthly resistance. And I mean, that's been there since, 2022. Point is, we came all the way down. We haven't broken the next monthly, which is where we got supported last June 1st. And we started to get supported literally right here last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We had the NVIDIA earnings, of course, on Wednesday. But the point is, this has been consolidating down here on a level of support, moved higher, pulled back, got supported on the 3-day. Now this morning, it's obviously above 28. This is KWEB and this is FXI. And the real tell will be, can they actually move above these key levels? Right now, all it's doing is toying, right? Just toying with us. But can it get above this trend line of like 30 for FXI? Can it really get above 32 and then 34 and then 36 and move higher? So anyway, this is the volume that I was tracking from last, I forget when, Tuesday, the 22nd. So there was nothing in open interest. And then it just started to swamp the open interest. And then, of course, what happened on Friday? More volume came in. This hasn't adjusted, even though it's Monday. This represents volume, all bullish, right? All bullish. They knew this was coming. This is open interest, what was already in there. And as I mentioned, I already showed you the October and November calls that were coming in of size. All right, so that's in play. Long story short, that's just a long-winded way of saying, guess what? China's doing stimulus, okay? A little bit more on the China stimulus liquidity tell. This is very much hard to do, but macro and liquidity are absolutely essential to be able to swim with the current, right? This is very much when PBOC does these injections. It just so happened that President Xi was at the BRICS conference, but that isn't that's definitely helping, but China's helping themselves. So, and indirectly, it helps the world. So this is China liquidity is basically rising again, which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but the world GDP nowcast keeps getting increased, right? Not just US, but also world. So again, China helping China indirectly helps the world. It's a liquidity tell. The question is, even with all that lovely option market positioning that was bullish that I literally spied last Tuesday, will it actually follow through and be an equity tailwind? All right, so we'll do the China plays. But even though over in the Hang Seng and elsewhere, they might have had a little bounce, they're still in a downtrend, right? We really don't have anything new since this fabulous peak back in February 2021, where we had a massive move lower. FXI had a massive gap on a weekly, my absolute favorite, right? So we're still in a downtrend. It's still trying to figure it out. So kind of keep that in big perspective. But yeah, we're having, for example, Brian's PDD. He's very selective about what he trades, and basically PDD and VLO are his go-to. But I like BABA. I just think it's got a much friendlier options market and tons of momentum. All right, so here's kind of a mosh pit of resistance, this 92. All we really did, BABA took out that trend line, hung out around 88, from this candle, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 7 days, it touched this 88.22. One of these 7 days, at one point, it touched that 88.22. Now it's above. That's much, much, much more productive. So folks that weren't in those KWEB unusual option activity plays are now looking like they might want to chase this. So kind of keep that on your radar. I don't see the plays already. They're absolutely not chasing it, which is interesting. They're going into BABA. Yeah, they're going into BABA. They're going into Baidu. Not as much. They're going into JD then. Oh yeah, JD. Actually, JD has another advantage. Potential Morningstar reversal, right? And I'm just talking about mostly a chase time frame, maybe swing. But again, these China plays are very dangerous. So you have to have like this China intervention to really, really get them going.